Hi, I'm Nikisha and this is Nikiti Workshop. Today we're going to be converting the Epson EcoTank 15000 to a sublimation printer using Epson's own sublimation ink. Stay tuned. Okay, so I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about converting this same printer, the EcoTank 15000, to sublimation printer, but a lot of people use third-party inks. I've used third-party inks and I've not had good luck with them in regards to the color correction and getting it to print close to the color that I have on the computer. I do a lot of like flag designs, and those designs have to be almost like on point, which is why I actually own a Sawgrass sublimation printer, which prints great but it's expensive. I run through inks really fast because it has that whole constant I think it constantly runs so the ink doesn't dry up, and that whole process uses a lot of ink, and it's like small cartridges and stuff like that. So I actually bought the Epson SureColor F170, which is an Epson sublimation printer, and the only problem that I really have with it is sometimes, because I have a Mac computer, sometimes the settings doesn't stay all the time, and I have to like uninstall and then install it back to get the right color correction or the right color profile for the materials that I'm using. So since I have the color profile from the F170, I'm hoping I can use that same color profile for this Epson EcoTank 15,000 sorry. So with that in mind, I will not be using the inks that came with it. I have extra of the sublimation ink because, like I said, I have the smaller one to this, so I'm gonna convert this one with the Epson sublimation ink, and we'll do a test print and press just to compare how the two Epson printers, the one made for sublimation and then this converted one, works with the same ink and the same color profile. I know it's a mouthful, but we'll get into the experiment. Alright, so I suspect I might have a little trouble with how these are designed with the cover here, but we'll check to see if it's the same and I don't have to worry about like finding another empty bottle to put the inks in here. So we're gonna see how that goes. So brand new out the box, and like I said, I have a MacBook, so I'm gonna be installing the software on the MacBook. I have a Windows computer down here too, so if I have some issues, which I don't think I should, I could always print from the Windows computer down in my shop. So come with the CD, the booklet. I don't have a disk drive, so I have to go on the internet to download the drivers that I need for this. So it comes with a power supply. These inks won't waste actually, because I do have another EcoTank which uses this ink. So we'll see what happens. We'll cross the bridge when we get here. So we got the inks. This is here. Hey everyone, this is Editing Nikki here. I'd speed up this part because it would make the video extra long, and it's already long already. Basically I'm just unboxing, and I think I explained like where I bought the printer from. So I got it from Staples, and I think it was like just under $700 at the time. These printer, they're not in stock too often. And I think another YouTuber, I think it's Craftable Things, I posted that she noticed that the printer was back in stock on, I think, Epson's site or something like that. and I checked there and they didn't have it, but I did check Staples and they did have it in stock, so I went in and purchased the printer. So I actually got the printer to do for EcoSolvent, but I decided not to go that route because like I said, I don't have good luck with third-party inks, and then the inks that were out there, other people were saying that it's basically not true solvent ink and they're like pigment based. So I decided to just convert it to a sublimation printer because I needed a wide format sublimation printer anyway. Okay, at this point I'm checking the manual and then I'm checking the top of the ink bottles. So Epson has a way of having special ink covers that only fit in certain slots and certain colors. So I'm just looking to see if any of them are alike or the same, and it turned out they're all different. So I decided to remove the covers and then match the colors with the appropriate cover. So that's where I'm checking now for each color to see if they're the same or if I can just swap it off. I had a hard time opening these covers so I had to go get help from my husband to open them for me. I think I was afraid of like breaking it and then I'll just be screwed at this point. I finally got the cover off. Well, my husband helped me with this one. So what I'm gonna do, and it looked like it worked, this is the sublimation ink cover. I'm gonna take that off, and then I'm gonna swap it with the Epson ink cover. Like I said, I loosened up before. So we're gonna make sure this is clean, and then clean it as much as I can. I'm gonna get Q-tips and then I'm gonna put it on here. So now I can use this cover in here because I have the cover that matches that. So I'm gonna go get these cleaned up to the swap and then I'll be right back. Okay, so at this point I'm taking like a Q-tip and trying to clean as much of the ink out of the cover. I believe I got most of it out, and whatever is left in there, it shouldn't be a problem because most of it's going to be the sublimation ink versus the dye inks. So at this point I'm just speeding through the process of swapping the covers, cleaning the covers, and then putting them on the sublimation ink bottles. Okay, I'm gonna recap. So these are the Epson sublimation inks. I have took the caps off of the inks that came with it. These, see, they're all empty. I took the caps off and I swapped them with the Epson sublimation ink cap. Sorry for the spinning. So it says we're gonna put the inks in and then we're gonna turn it on. So let's start with the black. So make sure it's on there tight. Okay. So far so good. Okay, at this point we're just letting the ink fill up in the reservoir. So the covers, the top actually fits, which is great. So my plan kind of worked. So this whole process does take a while, and I kind of speed through it so that the video doesn't drag out for too long. So we just put the bottles in and it fills up. Once the reservoir is filled, then it just stops feeding more ink into it. So there's still some ink left back in the bottles. So once we do the charging and all that process, I'll go back in and top up the ink. So at this point, I'm just explaining that the colored ink, the magenta, cyan, and yellow actually fill the two printers, the EcoTank 15000 and also the SureColor F170. So really get your money's worth. Okay, so here I'm just turning on the printer, getting it charged, getting it set up to link to the computer. So this same function as every other printer to go on, put in your location, put in a date, time, and then start charging the inks. Alright, so now we're gonna go install the drivers for this printer. So it says to go to www.epson. Support. Epson.com. Support. ET15000. Alright, so it realized that I am using a Mac. So I'm just going to install everything. Oh, what's the plus with this? So, oh yeah, that is a plus, another one. They all do wireless connection, which I have the XG Sawgrass SG 400. It's all wired and it's not wireless, so that was kind of a bummer. Even though the Sawgrass, it does really good prints, it's just expensive ink for me. Like one cartridge is, I think it's almost like $80. So, like I said, I'm happy with my choice of switching to Epson. It's just that I have to double check to make sure the color profiles that I need is loaded whenever I'm printing. So while that's loading, I'm gonna find a file that I want to print, and we're gonna compare So let's start. Okay, so it says confirm the ink is charged. I don't think it's done as yet. Let's see. Nope, it's not done. Excuse the noise. Alright, it's still charging, so let's try this again. Okay, so now I'm trying to find a file that we can do a test print with. So this is one of my designs, and I'm basically shrinking it and then creating multiple of it. So I can have it print two versions, one from the EcoTank 15000 and then another version from the SureColor F170 printer. What I forgot to do is to mirror the images, so always mirror image for sublimation. Let's go to our experiment. Alright, so I'm gonna print, is it 1500? 15,000. So let's print here. I think I have to print. Okay, so we are gonna print the 15,000. I want to pick the color profile. So we want the text style. So hopefully it's gonna print in that setting. And then we're also gonna print F770. That did not come out good. Oh, jeez. I had the wrong print on. Alright, so color matching. Next file. Print setting. So that things print. I didn't like how this just prints, so we're gonna do that again. Let's do quality. Alright, let's define plain paper. Let's see how that comes out. Okay. Let's see what happens. So this is a print. Oh, normally when you do sublimation, you should mirror it. I did not mirror it, so it's going to print backwards when we put it on the fabric. But like I said, this is a test, so that part I'm not worried about. So this is the first print. I did normal quality. And it looks different. Aww. So here we are. See? This one. So let's do another print, but this time I'm not gonna do the ink setting, and let's see how it looks. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let it do its thing and let's see how it comes out, just to see. Oh, maybe I should have done it this way. All right, you know what? Let's try this step first. So I'm gonna do color matching here. Let's see if it does it. This one. So I have it in both places. Let's see how it looks. It looks wrong. Oh my gosh, I'm not having any luck with this. I think the other ones look better, actually. Let me try one more thing. Let me pick, let's see what happens with the paper and color options. Okay, that's okay, because I have it set up here. And we still have the color options here set to that. I know I'm changing a bunch of stuff. say it's in there. Yes. Oh, I was out of paper. I'm not out of paper. That's a funny thing. The first picture actually looks like it more looks like the drawing than the other one. Come to think of it. I'm gonna press the first one just to see. Yeah, a little closer, actually. What's the problem? Oh. I think it's coming from back. My print is wrong. I'm tight. Yeah, still print the same way. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. Alright, it does not look the same, but let's see how it prints. I think this is closer to what I have on my screen. Let's go press it. Okay, so we're gonna test on this scrap fabric that I have. It's 100% polyester. I set my, I don't like that being so close. I set my heat press to 385 and I'm gonna press it for 45 seconds. But you should also always follow the instructions of the sublimation paper that you're using. So look at your paper for guidance. This is what I'm using for this test. You might have a different setting for your paper. So while we're waiting, I'm just gonna prep the paper. Just and turn around. So I'm gonna see if we could press both. Okay, good. Yeah, we could fit both on here. So now we just wait. Okay, so this is how it looks with no color correction, which is, I think it's gonna look wrong. The colors are gonna come out wrong. So this is supposed to be the Jamaican colors, the flag colors. So we're gonna see, I'm gonna still press it just to show how it looks without any color profile or sublimation color profile, Epson sublimation color profile. This one last because it's bonus. Alright, it's tight. Oh, that was a lot of pressure. Actually, haha, we could fit through in here. We can fit through in here. Even better, one press for everything. That's gonna be right. One press for everything. So it'll be almost fair tests. I am using this thing wrong. What a surprise. Alright. I think that's good enough. Let's do... Yeah, I'm not wrecking that. I'm gonna use that a few more times. I have a job. 2 jobs to do. And this vinyl sublimation. I'm using paper for that. Alright, let's see what happens. Not the results I expected, actually. So yeah, I didn't expect this, actually. So this is the, like I said, I'm gonna flip them. So this is the F170. Print looks good. The colors are fine. Actually, it's not off too much. This is the same color profile, but with the FT 15000. And then this is the 15000 with no color profile. So I would actually use any one of these three. And actually this is more vibrant and I could say more true to color than the other one with the sublimation profile. So not the result expected, but it's good news that if you don't have a sheer color F170, you can still get good colors without the color profile for the Epson printer. So it doesn't matter if you own one before or yeah, I'd actually use any one of these. I feel like this one. I thought that one wouldn't be good at all, but it's my favorite, and that's the one with no color profile. And get a closer look. We have the one that I didn't expect at all. Alright, so those are my results of my experiment. I think it was a good experiment, actually. So, alright, thanks for watching my videos. Until the next time, be safe. Thanks, bye.